Hello students, very good afternoon to all of you. This is Devesh Singh from LPM Public School. Once again, you are most welcome students in the online classes. Students, this is the last topic of the history's first chapter, that is nationalism and imperialism. As in the last classes, I have explained you the condition of European countries in 18th and 19th century, how much they were ambitious to develop their colonies, how they were trying to suppress the small colonies, and what was the effect finally of this great event. Now, let's see here. By the last quarter of the 19th century, nationalism no longer retained its idealistic liberal democratic sentiment of the first half of century, but it became a narrow creed with a limited ends. During this period, nationalist groups became increasingly intolerant of each other and ever ready to go to war. The major European power in turn manipulated the nationalist aspirations of the subject peoples in Europe to further their own imperialist aims. It is said here that in the 19th century, the nationalism in European countries was on a high scale. The nationalistic sentiment was running very rapidly at that time, and by it became a narrow creed with limited ends. Students, when you talk about that period, the nationalist group were developing very rapidly, and every time there was a condition of war, the war's condition created every time, and it indicate to the great desire of those peoples, of those nationalistic community, as they were ready to do anything to fulfill their aspirations. The most serious source of nationalist tension in Europe after 1871 was the area called the Balkans. Here you have to understand, and also in the last classes I have cleared you about the Balkans areas. Balkans areas was the chief cause to start the war in the European countries, as the Balkan areas was divided into very small colonies, mean many small colonies, and these small colonies had no special values at that time. So the powerful countries like that, Russia, England, Germany, started to capture these countries at that time. As I'm going to explain you about these Balkan regions, geography and ethnic variations comprising modern day Romania, Bulgaria, Albania, Greece, Macedonia, Croatia, Bosnia Herzegovina, Slovenia, Serbia, Montenegro, or the area of Balkans regions. And these areas were a have very small colonies, and there was no any special propagandas for these countries, no special leaders and no special values for these countries. So the powerful countries like that, Russia, Germany, England, France, started to occupy these regions by one, because the inhabitants of those countries known as the Slavs, and a large part of the Balkans was under the control of Ottoman Empire. At that time, there was an Ottoman Empire in the Balkans area. The Ottoman Empire was the powerful empire, and it started to increase its power, its facilities, and it started to spread the ideas of romantic nationalism in Balkans. Together with the disintegration of the Ottoman Empire made this region very explosive. All through the 19th century, the Ottoman Empire had sought to strengthen itself through modernization and internal reforms, but with a very little success. Means you can say that the Ottoman Empire observed everything very clearly, that in this period there is no any strong country to rule over these little small colonies. So and they will never united. The Ottoman Empire knows it very clearly. So the Ottoman Empire started to make modern itself, and also it started some reformation in its internal sides, and after that it started to spread its propaganda to occupy the small colonies. But Ottoman Empire's all the reports was not very successful. Finally, it established under a very little success. One by one, its European subject nationalities broke away from its control and declared independence. The Balkan peoples based their claims for independence or political rights on nationality, and used history to prove that they had once been independent but had subsequently been subjugated by foreign powers. Hence, the rebellious nationalities in the Balkan thought of their struggles as attempts to win back their long lost independence. And now, the Balkan peoples who lived in a small colonist country, they also started to raise their voice for independence, for political right, on the nationality, and they also started to expose their history to prove them for independence. But they were surrounded by the foreign powers. So the rebellious nationalities started to take some movement that could face those foreign influence, and they could also get political rights. They could also uh, get independence. As the different Slavic nationalities struggle to define their identity, the Balkan states were fiercely jealous of each other, and each hoped to gain more territory at the expense of by and by. The Balkans area was always busy in war, and there was also the raging sound for independence. So many conflicts happened there. So by and by, this area began to known as the conflict in areas, and the Balkan states now they had a lot of to jealousy among them. So they hoped also to receive many territory at the expense of the others. Matters were further complicated because the Balkans also became the scene of big power rivalry. By and by the time passed, but the peaceful moment was never maintained there, and the times, the coming time also started to convert into more complicated period because uh, they became the scene of the big power rivalry, and during this period there was intense rivalry among the European powers over trade and colonies, as well as naval and military might. These rivalries were very evident in the way the Balkan problems unfolded. Each power, Russia, Germany, England, Austro-Hungary, was keen on countering the hold of other powers over the Balkans and extending its own control over the area. This led to a series of wars in the regions and finally the First World War. So finally, students, you have to understand here the Balkans area's condition created a big matter. The movement also created big matter, and the big and powerful country like that France, Germany, Russia, England, Hungary, they were extremely ambitious to develop their own fields. So now they started to control over those Balkan areas, small countries, and by in the moment of dictatorship, there was war, and the period moved towards the condition towards the First World War in 1914. You can see here, this is a map celebrating the British Empire. At the top, angels are shown carrying the banners of freedom. In the foreground, Britannia, the symbol of the British nation, is triumphantly sitting over the globe, and the colonies are represented through images of tigers, elephants, forests, and primitive people. The domination of the world is shown as the basis of Britain's national pride. So this is the picture of at that time of that period, which says the condition of British Empire at that time.